drove myself crazy. I changed my whole schedule, my whole work program. I started waking up at 5 a.m. so I can do my thing and then leave the house, go shoot, come home, edit the work. And I was showing my wife like 200 photos every day, and she said, it all looks the same. Don't show them to me anymore.
Oh.
I said, no, but they're not. They're not the same.
Right, Rammy, we finally get to talk. We couldn't talk the whole time because there's 7 other photographers roaming around.
Look, that's partly my fault. I wasn't here the first night. We didn't meet.
Oh, I remember that. You snubbed us.
I didn't snub you. I was sick. I was unwell. I had a 39. I had a 39 fever.
Yes, yes. I thought it was funny because you were the most local of the locals.
Yeah, I felt really bad, man. I was like,
no, it's okay. Thank you. Actually, so in a way, I should thank you.
No, man, thank you for coming. It's awesome.
So we thank each other, but in all honesty, thank you so much because if you don't see it or not, I mean, you are a host to us to share your country with us, your city with us, and
it's exciting. It's an exciting prospect.
The most interesting thing about what you have done is really this book here, Platform 10. Did you want to explain? I mean, now that I know what it means,
right?
There's so much more depth. But explain this project of yours, this new book.
All right. So the project was taken at the Hualampong train station. You were there, right?
I was
there.
Been? Yes.
You've been there. Okay.
Yes.
So I've been shooting there. That was like the first place I went to when I started photography, because I was looking for something different, and I had never been to the station before. Up until that point, when I became a photographer, and somebody said, go to Hualampong. It's easy.
And how many years ago was that then?
This was 2012.
2012. Okay,
yeah.
So almost 6 years ago.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. You make it sound like it's so long ago.
Maybe we're both old. If I had a beard, my beard would be the same color as yours. So no, six years is nothing.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Just for the record, my hair is completely black.
Oh, I'm the same.
Right.
I'm the same. Do you have get weird white arm hairs as well?
Yeah, pretty.
Yeah, I get the weird ones once in a while. But we are digressing. The book.
All right.
So the first time you were there was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Around 5 or 6 years ago.
So I just got hooked.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place. Got a lot of nice lines, nice colors.
Yeah.
People are really easygoing there. It's
yes.
Despite being a train station, it's actually very slow paced.
Yes.
People are just sitting there.
Yes.
Most of it is because the trains are always late.
Oh, okay.
So it's, but it's a kind of a place where all walks of life will come and use it to go to different cities. So just being there for me was it just felt different. The architecture is beautiful.
Yes.
It was made in I think 1918 by an Italian architecture.
Yes,
I forgot his name.
Very beautiful.
Yeah.
Especially the train side. The other side is has the signs and
yeah,
stuff. But the other
yeah.
side, it seemed like it was designed to take pictures.
like the passenger hall, and then
yes,
there's
yes,
so
the big open space.
The big open space.
Yeah.
And so I just started photographing there, and when I started, it was all black and white. I did what everybody was doing there, which is shoot it in black and white. It's easier to manage, easier to get portraits of people because it's so, the background's pretty busy.
So you going there in itself wasn't unique.
No.
Yes.
No.
Many people go there. We went there and we did see other smaller groups of people taking pictures.
Yeah.
Tourists probably go there as well.
Oh man, it's like the first place you go if you want to learn photography. It's one of those places. It's one of those places that has everything: lines, people.
So what changed then?
So I did that for a few years, and I thought it looks like everybody else's work. I saw my own work, and I said, this is not enough for me.
It was probably beautiful though.
No. Well,
but you want
I'm showing it later.
Okay.
I'm showing all that stuff later.
Oh, very good. And we can probably even embed it in the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If somebody's taking pictures later on, that'd be cool.
No, we're going to ask for the files.
Oh, right. Okay, I'll send it to you. I started learning a bit more about color, about light. I started incorporating it into the photographs.
Yes.
So I started shooting the station. I changed to color.
To color. And was it a particular, like the colorist movement of the 1960s, 70s? Was it a particular photographer? Was it?
Oh, well, the most influential photographer for me that helped me with the light, the color is Harry Gruyaert, Magnum guy.
Yeah. Yes.
Awesome. He's awesome with color, the way he uses color.
Yeah.
And it just really inspired me to start photographing it in color. And I thought, what better place to do it at the station, because I already knew about it, right?
Yes,
I've been photographing people there.
Yes.
Now I'm just adding color, I'm adding light, right? So, and by chance, after about, I think, almost 2 years of shooting in color, I stumbled on Platform 10 when this particular train was there.
And was it a particular train too? It wasn't even just that platform.
It was just that one train.
Yeah.
And that train stays there for literally 20 minutes. It comes in, picks up passengers, and it leaves.
But it sits for 20 minutes.
It sits for 20 minutes.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's it. It comes in late.
Oh, comes in late, waits another 20 minutes. Okay.
But then 20 minutes, it goes out, and then when I was there by chance, photographed it. I came home, I looked at the pictures, I said, this is different.
Yes.
Completely different to everything that I've done before. You'll see that later on.
Yes.
And it just made me feel like, okay, I got to go back. I went back to the station. I tried to look for this similar light elsewhere on the tracks. It's because you get this sort of backlight on almost every track, but you don't get the same sort of exact mood. And I became obsessed. I just wanted that mood. I just wanted that same thing again. I became hooked. Right?
So, and sorry, when you're talking about this light, what kind of a breadth are we talking about here? Was it like a 20-foot breadth? And
the train,
3 different sort of angles? Or?
No, the train is 50 meters long, about 60 meters long.
Yeah. And
so 3 cabins.
Yes.
And the light comes in, and then I don't want the light from the sides, so I got to cut out like 10 meters on each side. So we're talking about a limited space of about 40 meters that I was photographing in.
So, okay, so it sounds kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
But when I shoot in Vancouver, there's 8 blocks of Chinatown.
Right, yeah.
And people are like, Taka, how can you spend 6 years on 8 blocks? You spent, okay, like this project wasn't 6 years in the making.
No.
But at the same time, this project is based on meters.
Yeah.
It's not even blocks.
Yeah.
Talk about restrictions.
I drove myself crazy. I changed my whole schedule, my whole work program. I started waking up at 5 a.m. so I can do my thing and then leave the house, go shoot, come home, edit the work. And I was showing my wife like 200 photos every day, and she said, it all looks the same. Don't show them to me anymore.
Oh.
I said, no, but they're not. They're not the same. So it just became an obsession. I just wanted 3 good photographs when I started. I just wanted like 3.
Well, now you got a book.
Because I kept shooting and shooting,
Yes.
and then by the end I just ran out of ideas, man. I was getting too many repetitions. Like, how many photographs of a person smoking can you get?
Yes.
How many photographs of a cleaner can you get? So it started repeating itself a little bit. So that's when I decided to end it, because I thought I can't get a new photo anymore.
So you decided to just end it.
Yeah, because I couldn't see myself getting another different photograph, different enough.
Yes.
So like the last month of the whole 6 months, the last month I had like maybe 1 photo. So
you did give it a chance again.
I did. No, I went back. Actually, after I finished, In 2016,
Yes.
after about 4 months gap,
Yeah.
I went back
Yeah. Just to test it.
just to test.
Yeah.
And I went back a couple times. I was seeing differently now.
Mm.
I was seeing completely differently now because I was in the zone. You know, we talked about being in the zone yesterday.
Yes. Yes.
And I felt like, yeah, I was in there, but now I'm out. And I can't do it anymore.
Do you think that's that X factor that you can't articulate in a technical way?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because it's like I'm shooting the same way,
Yeah.
but I'm not seeing the same.
Even if the gear was slightly different, or it just looked different to you.
It just felt different. I was taking different kinds of photographs. They were looking different. They were different feel. They didn't match what I did before.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I went back again
Yes.
after 6 months.
Yes.
I went back again after we've already edited for the book. It was already in the making. I said I don't want to have any regrets. So I told my editor, the publisher, I said I'm going to go back again.
Yes.
And I went back. You know what they did? They put a canvas roof on it.
The light was gone.
It's not. It's filtered now.
I see. It's a totally different look.
It's
And-
again. I took the photos. I still got that backlight, but it's filtered now.
And how did that make you, like, how did it affect, like, did you find any of them worthy of you being happy with it? No.
So I just okay, fine. I guess you know. At least I tried.
But that's very poetic.
I-
It is your persistence
It's
that
the-
you're there, and
Take, it's depressing, man. Look. For a whole year after I finished the project,
Yes.
I couldn't see anything else. I couldn't shoot. I walk out of my house. I just wanted to see that light again. I became
okay.
sort of depressed.
Okay, so how did you? Obviously, you overcome it.
Maybe in a way, because
Well,
I've started a few new projects
Yes.
now.
Well, maybe can we say this then? Maybe you're not over it, but it's like a breakup.
Yeah.
Maybe you're never over it.
Yeah.
Initially, there's a bit of a heartbreak. It
Yeah.
felt like a heartbreak.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
it is.
you eventually overcome it. But when you think about it, your eyes looked a little bit.
Yeah, you're gonna make me cry, man.
Just a little bit, right? No, and I think I get it. And we did talk a little bit before that, and it wasn't like you just went there. Okay, so there's that 4-month period,
Yeah.
and you come back, and then you
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah.
But since you've been visiting there for 6 years, did it help that you had that time even before, and then you started this project? You think it helped you?
Oh yeah, for sure, because the light became a component of the photographs. I was taking these sorts of photos anyway, just without that additional
Yes.
light.
Yes.
So this light and this sort of contrast punctuated what I was trying to do anyway.
Yes.
So it became like an extra element. You know, like when we look
Yes.
at photographs and we say it's a bit flat.
Yes.
You know, there's not much life in there. This kind of gave it that extra level for me. I'd love to go back again. The station is going to close in 2019.
No.
They're turning it into a museum.
I heard about that. How do you feel about that?
Selfishly, pretty good.
So it'll stay the way it is? Yes. And then get them to get rid of that, whatever that is? And then put that chain and leave it there?
No. I mean, selfishly, pretty good because I don't have to think about
Oh, I see.
what could I have done better. I don't have to think about that anymore.
Do you
It's like it's taking that weight off of me.
There's two things I want to bring up, and the first thing I want to mention before I forget that it's sometimes cliche when people talk about, like, they chase light. Light is very important.
Yeah.
But can you almost, it's almost like the light has a personality or persona.
Right.
Because it's not like that same light is that corner. It's a very specific space,
Right.
at a very specific train,
Right.
at a very specific time.
Right.
So it's almost like an entity in itself. If one of those things were different chain, different time, it would have, but it's all those three things, and eventually it's the light that kind of, the cherry on top. It's not even the cherry, it's the primary reason why you liked it.
Yeah, well, it definitely gave my photographs more depth,
Yes.
right? I think maybe a more experienced photographer can go there and do something different with it.
Yes.
But for me, having been shooting there for a few years, it just gave me that extra level of why I want to keep photographing it.
Yes.
It just added that for me.
A lot of the photographers here, they don't like, not that they don't like, but I don't focus too much on the equipment.
Right.
But we talked a little bit about equipment.
Yeah.
That Bellamy's part on
Yeah.
having gear acquisition syndrome. You
Yeah.
have Leicas. We all have various cameras.
Yeah.
But you use a Fujifilm XE1.
XT1.
Oh, sorry, XT1
Yeah.
with the.
With the 23 lens.
Yes.
Is a 23, which is a 35.
Yes, yes.
So.
And explain a little bit about why you chose that focal length.
Okay, so when I found this strain in this
Yes.
particular time, I tested a few different lenses. I tested with a 14. I tested it with a 21. But it was too wide. I wanted to keep it really compact. I wanted to avoid the top of the train. I wanted to avoid much of the bottom on the ground because the light was reflecting on the ground as well. And so I actually tested with different cameras as well. But I just enjoyed the color profile that Fuji was giving me. I think if you use a different camera, you can probably get the same thing again, like through Lightroom processing. You can probably pull it out. But this was the least amount of work I needed to do with a photograph. So this particular camera at this focal length just offered me a chance to work as little as possible post-processing.
Yeah. Do you, you know, there's like with film, you can't see right away.
Right.
There's all these different, and there's some different reasons, but because you are a purposeful photographer, the very specific project, can I say, I'm almost kind of, I think I get you, but maybe I'm completely wrong, but did you get almost this high when you got it?
Right.
And you looked and you're just like, whoa.
I can't see on the LCD screen. I can't see because I'm shooting quite a bit underexposed. I'm shooting underexposed a lot, so I can't see. I'm not seeing anything when I'm shooting.
Oh, really? So you did kind of have to, like film.
Yeah.
You had to go home, put it up, and then look, and did you get shivers?
Yeah. Every time I get a new photo, I'm like, yeah, yes.
Wow.
That's it. But when I'm out there shooting, because I'm shooting underexposed, I'm shooting through the EVF.
Yes.
I don't look on the LCD. I can't see.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm shooting under, and the Fuji, you're seeing as you're shooting, right?
Yes.
So if you're underexposed, then the screen goes black as well.
Yes.
So, and because it's morning and I'm shooting into the light, it's really difficult to see what's actually going on.
Okay.
So my eyes almost permanently like that as I'm going about, because I can't see anyway.
And going back again to the amount of time that you spent there, how can you say, because it wasn't just, if the project was 4 to 6 months, but you had never been there before,
right? Versus
you've been there many, many times shooting black and white, initially liking the images, realizing it just looked like everybody else, you struggling.
Yeah.
How did that help you to finally get this?
Well, then you'd be working backwards. You'd be working backwards in a sense where, like when we talk about people chasing light, once they chase light, what are they going to shoot in that light? Are you just shooting the light? Or are you shooting, what's your content?
Yes.
So I think because I've worked there, I had an idea of how I want to photograph people. And this became an additional component, rather than if I had found the light first, trying to fill people in and then trying to learn about how to take pictures of gestures and movements and creating fake stories, So how do you, I'd be working backwards, I guess.
And now, so this project, I don't see over because I don't want you to get too emotional.
Right.
This book is finished. This book is finished.
Yeah.
Probably won't be a part 2, but maybe that's a good thing. But we'll see what happens.
I want to go back. I want to shoot another.
Really?
I want to do another project. No, not the same one, but
I want to go back with you.
Let's do that.
I think
when you're back next time. Let's do that.
When I'm back, we'll talk to Monogram and see what happens.
Yeah.
So what have you learned from this that you think you can transfer, or you don't see it that way?
Well, I'm working on other projects, and I'm using my experience of the light on other projects. So I'm not totally happy with it, but I'm shooting now at a market, at a fresh market. So I'm trying to use the same sort of techniques of how I saw the light there. I'm trying to apply it at the market. So you see that later on as well. I'm showing those photos as well. Yeah. So I'm just showing how I'm just using what I've learned onto a new project.
You remind me in a way, I like music analogies, you remind me of Beethoven. You know, like Mozart often...
I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go there.
Why?
I don't know, man. I don't like being compared to
But what I mean...
the masters
in terms of this process, they say Mozart, he had perfect pitch. Hears it once, plays it once, and it came reasonably easy to him.
Right.
Beethoven pounded the pavement, and
Right.
the end result, they're both genius. It's just
Right.
how they got there.
Right.
It seems like you really, I don't want to say put in the time, because just because you put in time doesn't mean automatically something works out. Because I mean, but
Right.
you were persistent for 6 years.
Yeah.
You know, 5 years. You're persistent, but it seems like you are tenacious. You are.
I'm
A perfectionist. Like you said, you showed your wife 200 pictures. She's like, it's all the same.
Yeah.
And you just kind of like, no, it's not. I'm
Right.
going back.
Right.
You finished the project. It's gone to the publishers. I'm going to go back. Wait a second.
I have an obsessive streak, I think.
Yes?
I get pretty obsessed when it comes to like things that I'm interested in. I would just,
Yeah. Where do you think that comes from?
I'm just very competitive, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's my competitive streak
I
that,
think
that
many
makes me obsessed.
I think many photographers are that way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But
But with yourself, you're
Yeah.
not competing against others.
just me, yeah, pretty
Yourself,
much.
and you push yourself.
I'm pushing myself. You know,
Yeah.
I do the same I play football. I do the same on the football pitch. I did the same in school.
Yeah.
I'm just pushing myself.
The-
I don't know why. Like I'm not competing particularly with anyone. It's just I feel like I have to better myself.
Of course.
For no reason. I don't know why. Don't ask me.
So I think that's actually a good thing.
It's painful, man.
Yes, but sometimes art is painful, isn't it?
I don't know why we hurt ourselves this way.
You know, do you know
It's frustrating, man. It's really frustrating.
Do you know Miyazaki, the
Yeah,
Japanese
yeah,
director?
yeah,
He
yeah,
says
yeah.
his movies give him anguish. He keeps on retiring, and
Right.
then after about 6 months, he's back.
I
You're channeling this.
I have told a few friends that I wanted to quit
Yes.
when I was done with this because I'm like I can't do this anymore.
Embrace the struggle.
It's exhausting.
Can you do that? Can you embrace the struggle? We need more photographers that struggle to create
I'm
great
trying,
things.
right? I'm trying. This is part of the fun. This is the whole
Of course, of
meeting
course.
people and chatting with people. This has been it's like the after effects
Yes.
of having made this
Yes.
has been pretty cool because if you're in Bangkok,
Yes.
I'm hand delivering my book to you.
Mm.
So I've been meeting a lot of people, talking to a lot of people,
Yeah.
and a lot has come out of it.
Yes.
I think this whole Monogram Asia thing
Yes.
started because I hand delivered a book to somebody,
Mm.
and that conversation took place,
Oh,
and then
very good.
that's why I'm here. So,
And that's why I'm here.
right, yeah,
All the way
right.
from Canada.
Yeah, that's why you're here. Yeah, for
Yeah.
me, completely. Alone.
Thank you. Thank you. It's funny, you know, I mean, we can go through all your accolades and the hosting and the workshop. They can
Yeah.
look all that stuff up, right?
Yeah.
We want to, just like a great chef, you want to know the man behind the product. And so this is the product,
Right.
but you cannot get all that insight
Right.
from you. So thank you so much for sharing that process and not saying how easy it was for you
Yeah.
and how you had to struggle and I think that will add that much more value to the book, at least for someone like me, because I appreciate people that work very hard. If it was really easy, I would appreciate the genius, but I would appreciate less than someone who tells us that they've worked so hard at it. So there's going to be people that look at you. I mean, we all have our mentors, and like it or not, people will want you to be their mentor. And I'm sure from teaching you recognize that.
See, the thing with the teaching is I don't want to be referred to as a teacher. I think when Monogram Asia listed the masters, I felt, honest with you, I felt a bit uncomfortable with that word because I feel like I'm still learning. I'm still trying to perfect my own work. So what I do with people, mostly when people come to me, it's like I'm trying to tell them that I'm sharing an experience. So I'm sharing my process.
Yes.
I'm sharing what I've done.
Yes.
I'm not claiming that it's the best way of doing things, but having been in the business world and converting to become a photographer,
Yes.
I'm just sharing that sort of like transitional thing that I did and how I've worked. And this is what I'm going to talk about later as well
Yeah,
for the program.
Look forward to that.
And how I was able to kind of use how I worked in my business in photography.
Oh,
Because I had to use it. I don't have an art background. I didn't go to art school.
Yeah.
Before 2012, I was only taking pictures of family and friends. So I've never really done anything serious with a camera. So yeah, it's I guess in a way like the teaching side of it is more almost like I'm an advisor.
Yeah, you're like a guide.
Yeah, and you can move on whenever you feel like you've extracted everything from me. Move on to a better teacher.
Yes.
You know, go to the Magnum guys or whatever. You know, whatever you want.
Well,
But yeah,
I don't buy that. I don't buy that. You can learn from your mother,
yeah, for
you know,
sure.
and apply
yeah.
the way she cooks
Yeah.
to photography.
Yeah.
One of the things I noticed is that many will bring in things like you said, another discipline. Paul Yan's a musician, and his
Oh, yeah, he's
translation
awesome.
of what he talked
Paul's
about music to photography. Well, thank you so much, Rammy. I'm glad that
Yeah.
we've been able to
Thank you,
talk,
man.
and I look forward to your talk.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. It's one of those things that, as photographers, it's great that we can all share our perspective. They don't all have to be the same, but if we listen to one another and we share, I think it will push our art form
For sure,
and push
yeah.
this to the
I
next
love this
level.
word. I love this word sharing. I think
Yes.
this whole sharing
Yes.
is why we're here.
Yes.
Is why I'm
Excellent.
here.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah,
This was awesome.
Was it?
This was
All
awesome.
right.
I enjoyed
I'm
it.
so
I
happy.
enjoyed
I'm
it.
so
It was
happy.
good, man. Yeah,
Excellent.
you asked good questions.
Very good. All right.
Thank
guys.
you.